people? It's Dave Chinigo coming at you with a video. We'll be talking about my Philadelphia Eagles. This year, starting this offseason, we traded away LaShawn McCoy for Kinko Alonso. I don't understand why would you trade LaShawn McCoy for Kinko Alonso. I don't understand why would you trade McCoy at all. He was our best player on offense. The reason the trade was made was because Chip Kelly and him wasn't getting along very well. He felt like that he was getting phased out of the offense, in which I completely agree. Next up, we traded away Nick Foles. We traded away Nick Foles to the Rams for. We gave the Rams Nick Foles and a fourth round pick in 2015 and a second round pick in 2016, and they gave us Sam Bradford and a fifth round pick in 2015. Now, I think that this was another dumb decision. You know, I felt like that Nick Foles, he I think he has a chance to be a great quarterback. It's just that we was expecting him to have another, I think he had the year before he had 2 interceptions and like 20 touchdowns and he had over 3,000 yards. Yeah, I think that's what he had. He only had thrown 2 interceptions, over 20 touchdowns, and over 3,000 yards, and you really can't expect that because it's the NFL, but he was doing pretty good. This year he threw a lot of turnovers, I know, but at the same time, he made it up by coming back. Now, when he went down, you see, we struggled. With Mark Sanchez being the quarterback, we struggled. It was up and down. So I felt like that Nick Foles, yeah, he made mistakes, but still he's learning. That was his first time being a full starter. Not for the full year, but his first time being a starter to start the season off until he got hurt. Felt like that he could have been a great quarterback. Another thing that we did, we released Trent Cole, one of our best pass rushers. Now his stats doesn't add up when he was with us in his earlier seasons, and I believe that's because our secondary now isn't as strong as it was earlier in his career. So basically, the quarterback gets rid of it earlier. So yeah, what else? Oh yeah, when we tried to go after Frank Gore, but at the last minute he decided to back out. Now, they said that Gore talked to LaShawn McCoy about him. Gore had called up LaShawn McCoy, and basically they talked. But McCoy basically said on NFL Network that he did not say anything negative about Chip Kelly in the offense. He only said positive things about the offense. So some additions we had was Brian Maxwell. My opinion, I'm kind of skeptical about Brian Maxwell. He played for the Seattle Seahawks, but at the same time, that's the Legion of Boom. You had Earl Thomas, Chancellor, Richard Sherman. So we're just gonna have to see what he's gonna do. We also reached an agreement with Brendan Graham. Now, Brendan Graham, I think he's a solid player, but I think he's just a solid player. What else? Yeah, that's basically it. And I just want to talk about Chip Kelly, what he's done. The last 2 years, we have got rid of our top 3 players on offense: Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, and Jeremy Maclin. Now, first, he released Deshaun Jackson. and they tried to rip this man's character, you know, saying that he was a thug and you know, he throwing up gang signs and all that. But yet, you never hear, when he was with us from all those years, we never hear a report about him on off the field. That's just, I think that they did that Deshaun Jackson wrong. I think that we should have kept Deshaun Jackson, but hey. And then we got rid of LaShawn McCoy. I still can't believe we traded for Kiko Alonso, who's coming off an ACL injury. An ACL injury. He's a linebacker, if you don't know who he is. He played for the Buffalo Bills. He did get Defensive Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. So, yeah, we can see what he can do, but I still think that's a stupid trade. And actually, Jeremy Maclin. Now, the Eagles tried to make an offer with Jeremy Maclin, but he decided not to sign. And I don't blame him. Look at what Chip Kelly done. He done traded Deshaun Jackson. Not traded Deshaun Jackson. He done released Deshaun Jackson. And then he gonna trade LaShawn McCoy. And who's up next? Him. And then, not only did he do that, he also traded Nick Foles. So, what's the point of signing to somebody and then you're gonna get traded or released? Get traded the next year or released possibly. So, I think that Philadelphia, we're gonna suck this year, like I said earlier. We're making some bad decisions. And I'm also gonna comment on this. How are you going to release Deshaun Jackson when there's been no reports about him off the field, but we still have Riley Cooper, who we know what happened. You know, he said the N-word. He said he'll F up all these, the N-word in here. So, and he's still on the team. Something to think about. Alright, people. Hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you. Peace.